What's up, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Los Wise Guys podcast. I am one of your hosts, Eslam, aka Ra, God of the Sun, accompanied by Dan, Papa Sunkiller, and Danny, aka Lord Disco. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications below, and don't forget to check out all our other awesome content.
Guys, I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I got a goatee, and I didn't want to have a goatee. There's a lot happening. For those of you on YouTube, check this out. Just rocking a goatee. Just rocking it. So yeah, I'm in New Jersey. I haven't been in New Jersey since October of 2021. I wasn't planning on coming back so soon.
When you moved?
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
I wasn't planning on coming back so soon, but Eslam forced me to.
Yep.
And
To your head.
it's a big gun. Reach from Jersey to South Carolina.
It's that sniper rifle from Wanted. Took me a second.
I don't know. Okay, so it goes a long distance. Okay, I got you. Good movie. Everybody check it out. I can't name one actor in it. Morgan Freeman. So I had to get on an airplane to get here. Yeah, exactly. That's why I didn't say his name. I can't remember his name.
Angelina Jolie?
Angelina Jolie is in that movie. I forgot she was in it.
She was.
We got
Common is in it. We're going to say the whole cast. That's what this podcast is.
Welcome to the Los Wise Guys.
You want to know who's in Wanted? We'll tell you. So I had to go on an airplane, and as everybody who knows me knows that whenever I do something that involves an airplane or just people, just the public, it never turns out good. It just doesn't. That's my life. So I knew I was coming here, and I was like, you know what? Let me have transportation to the airport ready. So let me download the Uber app. Let me also download the Lyft app and see price-wise what I want to do. I went with Uber. It was a little bit cheaper. I scheduled it like a week and a half advance. Damn. I was like, okay, I have everything perfect, and I kept checking it every day. I was like, we're fine. I'm doing that. I got the flight. I'm getting notifications. I check in early. I was like, I'm very well prepared. I organized everything. This is going to be perfect for when everything goes wrong because I'm gonna be ready. I had backup plans. I had everything set, good to go. So,
damn, you're like a tactician over here.
Yeah, it's the goatee. So,
Okay, Batista.
So, Wednesday night, I am watching AEW Dynamite because that's what I do. And I was like, all right, after this, I need to go to sleep. So I struggled, but I got it. It was crazy. Sting, who's 62, still jumped off the top rope into the crowd. And then Jeff Hardy went into the concourse of the arena. You know how concourses are very large. He went like halfway and then jumped off the concourse.
Christ.
He's like, oh, and he was in the same match as Sting. He was like, Sting thinks he got it? I'm Jeff Hardy.
My God.
All right, I'll get to wrestling later. But anyway, so I wake up at 3 a.m.
How do you go to sleep after that? You'd have to be so pumped. Just like
See Danny pacing back and forth in his room like, let's go!
He jumps off the bed buckle.
Whoa, easy. He has a fucked up toe. He ain't jumping off of shit.
You guys don't know
And
how
his
I watch
knees.
wrestling. I watch wrestling very calmly, actually.
Yeah.
Just sit there in silence.
It's like a fucking serial killer.
Yeah,
Right?
I just sit there. I was like,
petting
I
the
like
cat.
this. I enjoy this.
He's like, good Stone Cold. I like that.
Oh, man. All right, so I wake up at 3 a.m. and I have the Uber scheduled for 4:20. Shout out. And the flight is at 6. I was like, this is enough time. It takes more or less like 20 minutes to get to the airport. I was like, I know they recommend the whole getting there really early, but this is 2022. It's not, 1947,
Yeah.
So I do what I got to do. I get ready, take a shower. I go outside. I'm waiting at my pickup destination. It is 4:20, and I see nothing. And I check the app, and it says there's no drivers available. I'm like, okay, but they haven't canceled it yet. So let me go to the backup. Let me check the Lyft. And Lyft jacked up the prices because it's immediate. I was like, okay. Now I know all these different taxi services, and I know that they're available. So I go on check out all the taxi services, and they all decide to not be open. If you go on their site, they say that they're open 24/7, and then you call them and it's like, yeah, we don't open till 8 a.m.
Wow.
I'm like, okay. Then I had my other backup plan, because I'm basically Batman and I have a contingency for everything, how much does it cost to park at the airport? Mm-hmm. And I knew that they had an economy parking space for $8 a day, but it's limited. So I was like, okay, that's why I got the early flight, to beat people to the parking lot. So I ended up having to do that. So I get in the car, and then as I'm driving, I get the notification that my Uber was canceled. I was like, yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Wow. I get there, I find the parking lot.
How late was that? How late did they text you? Like, oh yeah, by the way, we're not coming.
It was like 4:45, 4:50. So yeah, like I said, I was ready for it. So I find the parking lot, I park in there, and then I realize, where is the airport?
Yeah.
Like, I'm in the lot and I'm trying to find it. And as I was driving, I saw people walking in a certain direction. I was like, I don't like following, but I'm gonna just have to hope that they know where they're going. Yeah. So I ended up going that way. I made it about halfway, and then I saw a shuttle that I was supposed to take. And then I just kept on walking. So I make it to the airport. I go in, I get everything checked out, and I was like, okay, I'm going to get to the point where they think I'm a terrorist, and I'm going to have to deal with that. They didn't do that this time, because I cut off the beard, and I only have the goatee. So I got through okay.
They're like, it's just another Puerto Rican coming through.
Exactly.
Orderly.
So that's Mexican, man. That's racist.
Racist as fuck.
What do Puerto Ricans say?
What do we say?
We don't say anything.
Exactly. So
I don't know, you carry a knife.
For the jokes,
we do be carrying knives. Boricua.
Yeah. But anyway, so I get to the gate just in time. Basically, they just started boarding right when I get there. So I'm like, all right. I get on the plane, and I got the cheap seats, but I also made sure that I was at the front part of the cheap seats, so that way, if any of the premium seats open up, I can utilize that. So I see there's a couple spaces open. I was like, all right, let me try to jump into one of those. So I'm getting ready to go, and right when I'm going to tell the stewardess, hey, I'm going to move forwards if you have a free thing, the girl in front of me moves in. Because she's already in the premium section, she's getting advantage. I was like, okay. I was like, I see there's another one. The lady, she goes, had to deal with something. She comes back. And then she stops at the guy directly in the seat in front of me. Just like, okay, sir, you're in an emergency exit. Do you feel okay in case, emergency to let people out? And the man's just like, you know what, ma'am? I'm not. I'm not okay with this. And she's like, she was taken aback. She's like, what? He's like, I don't think I could do it. I can't handle it.
I feel like people usually are just like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. The guy's
honest.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I feel like he was fighting himself like this whole time. I was like, man, if
He's
they
like,
ask me, I got to tell them the truth.
Everybody's gonna die because of me. I can't.
And so
you hear someone from the back of the plane be like, "Bitch."
So while this is
I got 2 broken legs. I can't.
While this is going on, the guy next to me, he has the window seat. I'm in the aisle, and then he's just like, "You're gonna try to move up?" I was like, "I am." I was like, "What? Is it tight? Is it tight? Well, you got to. What's the problem here? Like, you want me to move?" He's like, "No, I see you don't have leg room." I was like, "I want to move. I'm not gonna move because you want me to move. I'm gonna move because I want to move." So then, this guy, he can't leave. And as soon as he gets up, I tell the lady, "He's like, ma'am, I'm prepared to save everyone and anyone on this airplane." And she's like, "No, it's fine. You're good. Just look at the pamphlet." It was like, I know what to do.
I am the hero that you have been looking for.
He was like, "I was a Boy Scout. I know."
I was like, "Ma'am, do you see this goatee? I can save anyone. Put me in any action movie from the early 2000s. I got this." So I go in there, and I've never had so much legroom on an airplane. Because it not only was the premium seat, because it was the exit, like the emergency exit, I had extra, like I had to stretch out to get my legs in front of the seats in front of me. And there was nobody next to me. I had both seats.
Damn,
it was amazing. So horrible flight. Nothing but turbulence. There were points where I thought the airplane was just going to go down. I was like, it is what it is.
It's funny because I've always said this, but like at least I feel like I have terrible geology or whatever the fuck it is.
It's the study of rocks.
That's 100% wrong.
It's a study of rocks. The Earth is a giant rock.
What, are people throwing rocks at your plane while it's flying by?
I didn't know that you could fly from where you're at to just New Jersey. I just felt like they were too close.
No. I mean, it was a very short flight. It was like hour 40 minutes, something like that. It was nothing. Actually, no. Yeah, that sounds about right. And so I'm up in the air, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna watch some shows. I hooked up to the thing on my phone. I watched The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I was like, you know what? Let me watch it. I watched it. Still not as good as Bel-Air. And then I watched The Office. And it was good. And like I said, while that's happening, there's turbulence, there's people freaking out. I was like, I'm watching some comedies. I'm having a great time. Plane lands, and everybody does the thing where they all get up and they all try to attack each other to get out the thing. And I hate that. It was like, just common sense, people. So I go, I get my bag. I call my mom, like, hey, I'm here. And she's like, okay, where you at? I tell her exactly where I'm at. She calls me back. Hey, I'm at the wrong place. Can you come to me? I was like, yeah, I was ready. That's fine.
I planned this.
So I go to exactly where she's at. It's perfect. We go, and then she's just like, all right, so when we get to the house, you're going to tell your father this, that, and the other. You're going to pretend you're just going to shout like Dad, and then he's going to think that he's she's like, oh, did you hear Danny? I feel like I hear Danny. It's this whole thing. I was like, the dog, Lobos will be barking the whole time. It's going to be a whole thing.
You're going to act surprised?
Yeah. So then it's like, all right. So then we go. My aunt was downstairs. She's helping out my mom. So we're going through the back way. I'm going up the steps, and I have to pee real bad. So I was like, hang on a second. So she goes inside, and she's talking to my dad. My dad's talking. They're just having a whole conversation. I'm with my aunt. She's like, oh, he's to be so surprised. I'm like, I got to pee. Like, I just want to use the bathroom. The dog busts through the door, starts losing his mind. He's just barking at me. And then I go in, and then my mom's like, hey, it's fine, we'll tell Danny. He's like, what are you talking about? I was like, hey, what's up? I gotta use the bathroom.
The most anticlimactic entrance.
Yeah.
Like, hey, what's up? I need to pee.
So yeah, I used the bathroom. I explained. It was like, oh yeah, he had no idea. He said. Then my sister came by later on, and I was hiding in what used to be my room, which is now her room, when she's here.
Okay.
And
they kicked you out quick.
100%. And it's funny because my dad is just like, hey, go check something out in your room. She's like, what? And she's scared of just life. So then he's like, just go check something. She's like, what's going on in the room? She's like, nothing. I was like, I think the light was on. She's like, I didn't leave the light on. I was like, well, you should check it out. And then she's like, I don't want to go in there. I'm like, why? I'm in the room just hearing all this. Then she finally opens up the door, and then she's like, it is true. I'm like, what? And that's when she's like, I was talking to your mom yesterday, and she was saying all this stuff. She's like, oh, that's it. I'm going to get to the bottom of this. I'm calling Danny. He's going to be here tomorrow. I was like, oh. No. I don't know what you're talking about. So
I'm not here right now.
Yeah, no, but it was supposed to be some joke where she was just like, oh no, Danny's gonna get you. I'm gonna call him and he's gonna show up, and then here I am, just me and a goatee just sitting on the couch that's still in that room. So my back hurts. I'm tired.
Damn.
This will be a rough podcast, guys.
I
feel like how Eslam feels at the end of the podcast.
Damn.
You know how just because I flew in from California, so I had the exact opposite experience. I had sat you had a spacious seat now after you changed.
Yeah.
When I flew, I had this huge husky white guy sitting next to me, and he was literally just on me while sitting. Yeah. I feel like people like that got to pay for 2 seats.
They should make them pay for.
He was just on me and shit, and then this older Asian dude was sitting on the right of me. Tell me why they both fell asleep on me for a 6-hour ride. Shit was wild.
Damn.
This dude, you could see when he's falling asleep, his elbows started coming on me, and the old guy didn't even try. It was just fucking all up on my shoulder.
So you're my pillow.
Damn.
I guess people feel comfortable with me. I'm safety. Niggas was just falling asleep on me. People were just it was wild. It was wild, man.
Yeah, no. One good thing though is the weather was bad, so I appreciate that. No sun out. It was cloudy. It was raining. I was like, "This is perfect. This is what I need when I come back. This is the welcome I want."
It was nice for 2 days here, and then it was just.
And then I showed up.
Jersey was like, "Danny's coming." Fuck.
He thought you were rid of me.
Muggy weather.
Yeah, but yeah, that's my story.
All right, let's get into some news then.
Nope.
I'm gonna go first.
Let's do it.
All right. All right. Star Wars has added a new role to their Mandalorian season 3, and that will be taken by Christopher Lloyd.
Okay, a new cast member. I got you.
Yeah, new cast member. Christopher Lloyd joins season 3 of The Mandalorian. CD Projekt Red has announced a new Witcher game in development.
Mm-hmm.
Scream 6 set to release March 31st, 2023.
Ain't happen.
It is what it is. That's what they said. Godzilla vs. Kong sequel to film in Australia this year.
Mm-hmm.
And last but not least, Supernatural's Misha Collins has joined the cast of the CW's upcoming pilot for Gotham Knights as Harvey Dent.
Said a bunch of words I don't care about.
Yeah, so Misha Collins is a good actor. I think he would do a good Dent. He has like that.
Who's that? Who's that again?
Castiel from Supernatural.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think he's a pretty good actor.
Yeah, and I think he has like that range where he can do Harvey Dent pretty well. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't know what the fuck Gotham Knights is going to be about.
I think it's based off the comic.
Okay, I never read the comics, so again,
Okay.
I have no idea what it's going to be about.
Yeah.
But I'm interested to see it. Also, the Batman released the deleted scene of the Batman with the Joker.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting scene. I saw it. Pretty cool. I still want that announcement of the sequel. Give me that announcement.
Yeah, no.
Now.
I saw the scene. It was cool, but like
Right now.
I feel like it was a smart decision taking it out of the movie. I
Yeah,
feel like
definitely.
It wasn't
definitely.
necessary.
It wasn't necessary for the movie.
Yeah, it was cool. I liked it, but we really didn't need it.
It showed the scene to me showed some.
Danny, have you seen
like-
the scene?
I haven't seen the scene.
Okay.
Yeah. It showed like how Batman was still like it still shows his growth where he's still going to help. He's like, I need your help, like killer, blah blah blah, and then the Joker kind of like got in his head, and it's just still shows how young he is as a Batman and how much growth he still has to do.
I
Which
do
was
appreciate
interesting,
the
but-
Joker thing though, where he's like, "Oh, it's our 1 year anniversary," like,
Yeah.
and they're playing into the whole Joker is like the only person in his mind that truly loves Batman.
Exactly.
So I like that they did that.
So it was interesting, but again, to the overall arc of the movie, it wasn't needed, and it was a very smart decision on Matt Reeves' part to take it out, just so it doesn't. It would have clouded the movie and what it was trying to do. So, yeah, that was it. That's all my news.
You mentioned a new Witcher 4 or something?
It's rumored to be Witcher 4,
It's still in development, so we're looking at maybe like 5 years or something.
I saw
Yeah, it could be
an article, and that was one of my stories, so I guess I'll go next. Is about Witcher 4. The devs confirmed that it's going to be about a brand new Witcher school, which could be pretty cool since they can make like new Witchers now.
See, if that's the case, I think they're gonna do, instead of like Witcher 4, I think it's just be a whole different like thing within that universe. Instead of doing Geralt or Geralt, I forget how you say it.
Geralt.
Geraldo
Geralt.
Rivera.
Yeah.
Geraldo.
Ladies mad. Ooh.
Yeah.
No, so that should be fun, you know, especially since I played Witcher 3. I'm excited for that. That's my first story. Second story, a couple weeks, Cain Velasquez got arrested, and this week Jorge Masvidal got arrested.
Really?
I saw that.
Yeah. Apparently, fellow UFC fighter Colby Covington threatened his family or something like that along those lines, and Jorge Masvidal was not playing. He hunted him down and attacked him, and with a mask and like the whole nine, and got arrested. It was like on $15,000 bail or something like that. But I don't know. Jorge Masvidal is like heavyweight. He's just like a wild animal. I don't know. That's pretty
Man's
scary to have.
crazy.
It's scary to have him just come at you. Like who knows? Just. Man, really took a person out with a flying knee opening match. Like, so
Dude's kind of out there, yeah.
He's crazy. He's a wild man. So that's not somebody I would want to be, pissing off that in that manner. But I just thought it was funny after Cain Velasquez getting arrested. Now he getting arrested. It's I wonder if there's going to be a third one. Third UFC
Well, I
fighter.
mean, John Jones got arrested many, many times, but not for a good reason.
Not for. Oh, actually, I guess it is domestic violence and stuff like that. So I mean,
I support Cain Velasquez 100%. Free Cain Velasquez.
oh yeah, heck yeah. Also,
Oh yeah, for what happened with his daughter.
his daughter,
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
No, yeah. Maybe he went about it wrong, but still, man, you gotta empathize with the man. That's just not
Oh
cool.
yeah.
And my last story, Pepsi and IHOP teaming up
Oh,
to
yeah, I
make
saw that. That shit
maple
looks so bad.
syrup soda. Well, that sounds like Canadian or something as hell. Like, I
That
don't-
just sounds like extra diabetes, Dan. That's what it is.
For
It
real,
sounds
for
like,
real.
hey, do you want pancakes, which is nothing but carbs, which is sugar, and then you put more sugar on top of it with syrup, and here's a side of soda with some syrup in it.
Does it come with butter?
It might come with butter on the side, so you can add it. 'cause
extra
it's
butter
ridiculous.
flavor. That's. It just sounds not appetizing. I don't know if that's even like a demographic. Who tested that? Like, I don't know. That just sounds like you just gotta chop your foot off to drink it. It's
I know
so
everybody
much
trying to be
diabetes.
cool and get their own exclusive like flavor and shit.
Yeah.
The fuck out of here! Ain't nobody beating Baja Blast. Even Mountain Dew can't beat its own flavor, Baja Blast, because that Mountain Dew Legends was not that great. Baja Blast is still king, the one and only reigning champion.
See, this maple syrup Pepsi sounds like something that Granddad would be serving at the itis with the Luthor in the Boondocks.
Oh yeah,
I could totally see that.
nice.
Get a Luthor with a maple syrup soda. Oh man, well, that's my last story. Over to you, Dan. What you got over there?
Yep. I got me some wrestling. So I mentioned the other stuff earlier about Sting being 62 and not giving a damn, and Jeff Hardy doing some Jeff Hardy things. So other stuff going on in wrestling. I want to talk about the New Japan Cup. So I haven't been talking much
Here
about
we go.
about New
Bunch
Japan.
of letters coming at you guys. Get ready.
I haven't been talking about New Japan much. They have another tournament going on. It's not necessarily the G1, but it is a fairly big cup. It's usually done earlier
Ain't no
in the
one
year.
climaxing.
No, not in this one. Not in this one.
Damn.
But they still go
Sad.
hard. They still go hard though. It's still you have surprising winners. You have people that you didn't expect. So we haven't gotten to the finals yet. We're currently at the semifinals. It should wrap up by the time we do the next podcast.
Okay.
So basically, the way it works, winner goes up against the champion, who is currently Kazuchika Okada as the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. He's also in the tournament, though, so I don't know exactly what the rules are if he wins. Like, does he? I think he gets to choose his next opponent. But it looks like you're going to have Kazuchika Okada versus Tetsuya Naito, and as we all know, Naito and Okada, it's a tale as old as time. You guys know what I'm saying? Tale
It's
as
like
old as
Beauty
time.
and the Beast.
Yep, that it really is. It really is. And then on the other side, we got Zack Sabre Jr. As always, ZSJ. He's out there just tapping people out left and right. Basically, if you fight this man, he's gonna break something in your body. He's gonna twist you up like a pretzel, and then he's just gonna walk away and leave you like that. But he is going up against who? Shingo Takagi. So last time they went up against each other in the G1, I believe
What's his
he
nickname?
did submit the Dragon.
The Dragon. Yeah, okay.
I believe that he did submit Shingo in the G1. So can he do it again in the New Japan Cup? So I think between these four guys, because it's always like a surprise and you never know who's going to win it or whatever, I would like to see Zack Sabre Jr. go to the end. I don't think if he does win, I don't think he will defeat Okada in the final. But if it was me, I would have Naito beat Okada, have Zack Sabre Jr. beat Shingo, and then have Zack Sabre Jr. beat Naito to face Okada at the next pay-per-view, which it's a new one. I forgot what it's called. It's a weird name. Let's see if I can find it real quick. It's called the Hyper Battle.
Okay.
The Hyper Battle.
That's very Japanese, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Sounds like Dragon Ball Z or something.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. I'll keep you updated on the Japan Cup.
What happened? Where's my man, the Stone Pitbull? Or is it the Stone Bulldog? I keep forgetting.
No, you
which
got it
dog
this time.
is.
You got it. It's a Stone Pitbull.
Okay.
Was he in it?
Pitbull.
Was he in it? Was he in it? Like I said, I haven't really been following it closely. Tomohiro Ishii got eliminated in the first round by Shingo Takagi.
There you go. That's my man.
Yep. Then Shingo went up against Tonga Loa. Then Chase Owens.
Oh, the Tongans?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And Dick Togo was in it as well. Okay. So
Dick Togo.
Man.
Go.
all right. So there was that. Another thing I want to mention real quick. Cody Rhodes has basically been confirmed by almost everyone except on actual TV that he has indeed signed with WWE. The latest person to confirm it has been Chris Jericho. Why? I don't know. I really don't know. But it looks like he might still have a match with Seth Rollins at WrestleMania, but it looks like he's definitely going to be showing up the Raw after Mania, where they always try to do a big, it's like the start of a new season for WWE, basically. So if anything, Cody might pop up there, and I've said it many times on the podcast, hopefully Cody does something and they don't just do stupid crap with him, but you never know.
Yeah.
And my last news story for wrestling I want to mention, Toni Storm. She was one of the people that was released. Actually, I talked about on the podcast. She actually kind of quote unquote quit / was released. So
Did
her
she request it?
something like that. She requested it, and I think they granted it. It was like a weird kerfuffle.
Yeah.
Never used that word. So she just recently came out with an OnlyFans and made over $10,000 in the first hour.
Damn.
Because
Nice.
Toni Storm, she very attractive, also a great wrestler. I kind of hope she still does do wrestling, but she kind of proved she doesn't need to.
We can beat her. We can beat those numbers. Just get us all together. Some beat action.
She broke like wrestling Twitter when this happened. Like I didn't even know it was a thing. I was just going on Twitter looking at random stuff, and I was like, "Why is Toni Storm trending?" And I saw that, and just everybody was just going losing their minds. It was like she just proved she could get no concussions, no injuries, all this other stuff, and just make more money than she ever did in WWE.
Yeah,
like, facts. Like, you know, and as always, you got people who are hating on her just because it's like, "Oh, that's the wrong thing." I was like, man, let her do what she wants. She wants to make money this way. She's not hurting anybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Do what you got to do.
You gotta use what you got. You know, that's
Exactly.
Just, some people got it, some people don't. Some people mad.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just like, hey, man, respect the game.
There's girls on OnlyFans that don't even make $100 a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Toni Storm's just taking that money.
Yeah, that's telling you a lot. Just get off of OnlyFans, and nobody want to see that.
It's going hard for no reason. Just
I don't even know who you are, but you know.
He's calling you out. Check
You know.
Check your OnlyFans.
Damn.
If you got 10 followers.
just hating
But
on people. Just try to make some content.
Speaking of content, we about to make some great content.
There it is. Rub
Jumping
your eye while you
into-
say it.
Jumping into Bracket Wars Season 2 villains. All right?
Oh,
But before we get into that, just want to remind you guys to go check out the Los Wise Guys website, which you will be able to see the brackets on right now while you're listening to this. Also, it's been out. We've been promoting it for a little bit beforehand, so go check out our social medias and check out those videos of the matchups. But go check out the brackets and see who won. By the time you listen to this, it'll be, obviously out and stuff. So go check out the Los Wise Guys website. Go check out the YouTube channel. Go check out our clips. So let's jump into Bracket Wars.
Well, I just want to say for real quick, those of you who never heard of Bracket Wars before, basically what it is just your brackets. Think of March Madness. We took 64 villains. We did an episode earlier, 2 weeks ago, where we drafted all 64. It was the three of us with special guest Jonathan Exel from the Under Review podcast. Check them out, and also check out that podcast so you can see who we picked and put in here. We randomized it, and then we're going to have them fight it out. And, yeah.
All right, so do you guys see the bracket on your screen?
I sure do, sir.
Yes,
The
I do.
first bracket, Dr. Octopus versus Hans Landa.
Landa.
Landa?
Landa.
Okay, Hans Landa.
Also known as the Jew Hunter. Yep.
Yes, from Inglourious Bastards. And obviously Doc Ock is from Spider-Man.
Yep.
So, I'm going to start us off. I'm going with Doc Ock.
Hans Landa. Danny, you figure it out.
Damn, okay. All right, Dan, you are the winning. You decide.
For this one, I'm going to go with Hans Landa.
Oh,
Nice.
snap.
I just sense a little more villainy from him, a little more like evil. I feel like I just feel like he's just a little more evil.
Yeah, Hans Landa, the Jew Hunter, great character. We'll get into it later when we need to explain more.
Yeah. All right. Next up, Agent Smith versus Cell. So Agent Smith from the great Danny's favorite trilogy series, or now more than trilogy, The Matrix, and then we got Cell from Dragon Ball Z. I think this is an easy one for me.
Obviously, Cell.
I'm going with Cell.
Yeah.
I don't care much about Agent Smith.
Agent Smith has never done anything worthwhile in the history of ever, so it's obviously Cell.
That's not true. He's like one of the most powerful programs in the Matrix.
And he lost to Cell. Look at that.
So Dan,
You know what? Even though he is, I just don't want to discredit Agent Smith. He's amazing.
So Disco,
But
you voting for Agent Smith?
Cell's definitely gonna win. Cell. No, I'm voting Cell.
Oh, you want to sell? Okay.
I just didn't want Agent Smith to go down with looking like a fool because he's not. He's an amazing program.
You know, I'm just gonna give Agent Smith a -1.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that
just
score.
for the
Thank you.
shits and giggles.
He deserves it. He deserves it. Everybody in that movie does.
He earned that -1. He earned it.
Yeah. All right, I'm just gonna pick a random one.
Okay. Why don't you just go top bottom, top down? It'd be easier for you.
This is more fun, bro.
All right. Let's go.
This is a powerful one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got Darth Maul from Star Wars and Madara from Naruto. Mm-hmm. And this was one of my favorite of like the 64 matchups that we're beginning with.
These matchups were all random.
Yeah,
Yes,
so I
randomized.
put in the names and I kept.
There were some
pressing
good ones. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I kept pressing the shuffle button. Like I just kept pressing it and
Yeah.
I stopped, and then we got some of these awesome. That even like if I tried to do it manually, I wouldn't have come up with some of these.
Yeah. This is incredible. I'm
Yeah.
actually very torn.
This is a very simple one, Darth Maul. I think
Okay.
back to what I feel for Madara, and I feel nothing. So Darth Maul easily.
When I look at this matchup, I'm kind of looking at what because they're both awesome characters. We got to see a little bit more of Madara in Naruto, and we got to know his character a little more. And then with Darth Maul, we didn't really get to see much, but what we did get to see was awesome. And then we got to see his full story later on in Clone Wars, which made it awesome.
Yep.
He was batshit crazy, but you know, Madara was power hungry. He was just batshit crazy. So I don't know, man. I am a little torn
See,
as well.
with Maul though, then not only did you get that, you got to introduce more. You got the what was it, the Night Sisters, and you got his brother, and it's
Yes.
like all that
Savage.
stemmed from Maul. With Madara, it's kind of just like he was there, but it's just like
with Madara, I feel like after that. With Madara is when Naruto started going downhill, is because everyone hit god level nonsense, and you know, so I am gonna go for Maul. Disco.
You know, I haven't really seen Clone Wars, so I don't know all the background about Darth Maul. So I'm gonna go Madara on this one.
okay,
All right. Okay. Madara it is. Okay.
yeah. Madara's kind of like when I really started falling off.
I'll give you that. That is true. After Madara, they all got like god tier, and it kind of like it gets boring when they're god tier because you don't see any like martial arts or anything. It's just like
you don't get to see growth anymore.
it's
It just
just like-
becomes power levels. Yeah,
they just
pretty
start
much.
teleporting. It's like, oh, I'm super fast.
All right, next up we got the Red Skull versus Kite Man.
Easy.
You know what? I'm gonna start us off with this one.
Yep.
Kite Man.
I agree.
I'm voting for Kite Man.
Red Skull's a man with a skin condition.
Yeah, Disco.
I don't even know much about Kite Man other than Harley Quinn show.
That's really
Yeah,
it.
that's
it.
literally why I'm voting for him because he's fucking great in that show.
He has a kite.
He flies
Ultimate
hers.
villain.
Honestly, but what does Red Skull have? I don't know anything about Red Skull.
He was just a Nazi.
Yeah. I don't want to see Nazis advance.
wait,
Granted, we voted for Hans Landa, but that's a whole nother thing.
wasn't the Red Skull that Batman dude? Wait, who's Red Skull?
No.
now?
Red Skull is Captain,
Captain
America's
America
villain.
Oh, okay, yeah, definitely Kite Man then.
Damn, after that comment, he's getting a -1.
Yep. Kite Man Advance is very happy about that one.
This is another great one. I really love this matchup.
This is tough.
And I know
This is a tough one.
Disco's not going to know much about Meruem.
Yeah.
But Meruem versus Doomsday. Now, Doomsday
I mean, do you know much about Doomsday, Danny?
Yeah, from Superman, I know more about Doomsday than Mariam or whatever.
Meruem.
This man said Marianne.
Marianne over here.
Put some respect on the name.
Yeah.
That's
I
the
googled
king of
him.
the ants.
I googled him, so I kind of have like a little idea, but I don't really.
So for those of you who don't know, Doomsday is obviously famous for killing Superman in the Death of Superman comic book. And then Meruem is the king of ants from Hunter x Hunter. Literally one of the best arcs of any anime I've ever seen in my life.
Fantastic.
So fucking good. And then Doomsday, he's iconic for killing Superman.
Yep.
So this is why this is a really fucking tough choice.
This is difficult. With Meruem, I always like to see his design specifically. I always felt like it was a cross between Cell and Frieza.
It was.
Yeah,
it really was.
But,
I also liked Doomsday was just a brute, right? He was just a monster, no thinking, just fighting. With Meruem had levels to his character, because he was like really enamored with this blind girl that kept beating him in this board game, and he's like the most powerful. He was one of the most powerful beings that was in Hunter x Hunter. He was one of the smartest, and like this girl was stupid until she started playing this game, and then she was just like beyond genius level, and she kept beating him, and he built a relationship and like almost fell in love with this girl, just because he couldn't figure out how to beat her in this board game.
He was intrigued. He was just like, I can't beat her.
Yeah, he was like, I can literally take over the world, but like this chick, like I can't fucking beat her, so I'm just gonna sit down here and play. And like, it was just like a very interesting dynamic. So I think after saying that, I'm gonna vote for Meruem.
But my thing with it's like I agree, but like Doomsday is like, have you guys read The Death of Superman?
Yes.
So it's like that's the one where it's just like the entire build to the death of Superman is so good. It's like he shows up and he's just running through literally every superhero like in DC Comics.
Yeah.
It's like everybody's always like he killed Superman, but it's like before he killed Superman, he wrecked everybody. And then after all that, Superman, who we all know how strong he is, he shows up and then he's just like, okay, I got you. And you would think Doomsday's tired after fighting every hero in DC Comics. He's like, no. I still got some left in the tank. I got this. Yeah. And then as they're going, the way the panels are drawn is like one of the coolest things because you progress further into the comic book and then the panels keep on like becoming larger with every page until the very end when you finally get to it. It's the death of, like when Superman actually dies, it's the entire page just splashed of Superman dying. And it's just like the build up to that visually and storytelling wise and everything. It's so good. I love Meruem, but I think I gotta go Doomsday.
Nice. Okay.
This is difficult. This is that's.
I looked up Meruem, and I feel like Eslam said, he has more depth to his evilness. And granted, Doomsday is powerful, but I just feel like Meruem is a little more like ruthless. I don't know. I feel like a little more.
He was very ruthless towards the humans, except this one girl.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
So.
Either way, I'm not disappointed with either one of these guys advancing.
I'm leaning towards Meruem, so okay. That's my vote.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Sauron versus Vandal Savage.
This is a tough one for me.
Ooh.
This is a tough one for me also because I have a newfound respect for Vandal Savage because of Young Justice and seeing the creativity that someone took with an immortal and showed what an immortal really can do with the amount of time they have and how much they can put since they have all the time in the world, they can just put plan upon plan upon plan in motion and just wait for them to come to fruition. And the storyline with Vandal Savage and Young Justice is just so amazing. On the other hand, you got Sauron is this fucking big baddie, and we get bits and pieces of his evilness and like throughout the Lord of the Rings. But I really hope, especially with this new series coming out, we get to see a little bit more. I don't know if it's going to be in the time before he came or right around when
it's the second age, so you should have Sauron. You get to the point where he basically tricks everybody, and like with the creation of the rings, and then he creates
rings,
the one true like ultimate. Well,
So-
he doesn't
so
create
you-
it, but he tricks the guy into doing
You
it.
get to see him like have the ring and do like evil shit with it, or
I don't know
Yeah,
if you're
so-
going to be able to see it, but I think if it was up to me, it would probably end with the ring being like created.
Okay.
I see him build
Either
up,
way, I
build
just
up to
hope
it.
I get to see more of the lore of Sauron because
That-
it just sounds very interesting. But at one point, he was just an eye. Looking at-
Burning eye in the sky. Oh,
yeah,
that's Sauron.
just
He's
looking,
watching.
and he had like armies of like orcs and shit, and
Yeah. And the
So,
Urukai.
yeah,
I
mean,
It's
I
tough,
think
man.
Vandal Savage. I'm gonna lean towards Vandal Savage because he's immortal and
Yeah.
he's been on the world since like
he was literally a caveman.
it was like 2,000 years or something. He's like, so pretty much that just means there's going to be an eternity of him and his evil doings and
What I
whatever
liked
he's
about-
plotting.
What I liked about the Young Justice shows, they literally made him every huge figure in history. So like Alexander the Great,
Yeah.
Genghis Khan, like all those people were actually Vandal Savage.
That's so funny. Yeah, I remember that. They really hooked his character up in his lore. That was
Yeah.
pretty badass. I give it up to that show. I don't know. I didn't think twice about it, but then I think you said to check it out, and I checked it out, and it actually had a lot of depth and like the
Oh, yeah,
story,
no,
the
it's fantastic.
delivery and the storyline was really well. I was like, damn. Like I feel like DC makes such good animated. Like why can't they translate any of it to like movies? Like so for the most part, like
Yeah.
not that they make all bad movies, but like some of them.
All right.
I'm going
Uh,
Sauron. Like the more I
Sauron?
think about it, it's like I love Vandal Savage. I don't watch Young Justice. I know Vandal
Yeah.
Savage from the comics, and I've always loved the character of Vandal Savage. And they've done that in the past, where it's just like he is major historic figures. It seems
Yeah.
like they did more of it in Young Justice, but it's something that's been around for forever. But when I come down to it, I was just like, Sauron, like the Third Age is created because of Sauron. Sauron is one of the most powerful beings ever. Like, they came up with all these insane rings of power, and then he's like, wow, these are some really powerful rings, but guess what? Mine's is better. And it's
Yeah.
like, not only is mine's better, we're going to create an entire, like, epic based off of what I did, and I'm the big bad. And it's just like, Sauron's just insanely powerful. Like, with just being an eye, he created this entire army. He corrupted Sauron. He did all this stuff, and I was just like, I can't vote against that. It's just like, I got to go Sauron.
This is a tough decision for
It's
me
very
because
difficult.
my goodness, I love what they did. Young Justice Vandal Savage is amazing, but with that argument Dan just made, I'm kind of swaying a little bit more towards Sauron because I would love to see him go forward to the next round.
I feel like if we had more background on Sauron, then definitely like there
Yeah.
would be more to like grab onto. But I'm still with Vandal Savage. I respect to Sauron, but
Yeah. They're both great picks. They're
yeah,
both great
exactly,
picks.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Damn,
It's
it is
all
tough
on, it's
for
all
me.
on you. So much pressure.
I love Sauron, but I'm gonna go with Vandal.
Yeah, it's respectable. It's respectable.
He could call Darkseid over, and Darkseid will just blast up Sauron and just be like, "Fuck your orc army."
All right, we got Ultron versus Galactus.
They both suck.
They really do both suck.
These really are like, when I saw this matchup, I was like, can I make both of them not advance?
I'm gonna say Ultron from the What If was pretty crazy. He like got super strong. He collected all the stones, and he pretty much saw the Watcher watching him and jumped through the window like time vortex and started beating up the Watcher. It was actually pretty cool. I like that version of the Ultron. I'm not a fan of the movies, or I haven't really looked up too much of like the comics, but from what I saw in that What If, that was a pretty cool version of
I'm
Ultron.
gonna vote
to
for
me.
Galactus because I really don't like any iteration of Ultron. He was just like a robot gone rogue, and I didn't care for
So
it.
I feel the same way about both of these characters. I've never
Yeah.
seen either version.
Galactus is
Galactus-
boring. He just eats planets. Boring.
Galactus, yeah, but he made Silver Surfer, so
True.
You know what? I'll say it. Silver Surfer's lame. I vote for Ultron.
Damn. That's cold.
That's funny.
That's cold blooded.
That's because you said that.
This is how it goes. This is Bracket Wars. This is how it goes.
For as much power as Silver Surfer has, he is pretty
He's
lame. He's like,
lame, dude.
I'm made out of mercury. Ah!
All right, next up we got Anton Arcane versus Bane. Another great matchup. So Anton Arcane is the avatar of the Rot. And then you have Bane, which is Batman's villain. You know, if you guys don't know him, then I don't know, you living under a rock or something.
It's one of those things where it's like, you know what? It's like I think about it more and more. I've been thinking about this matchup for a while, and I wanted to come in here blind, but with the stuff we were putting on social media, obviously I couldn't do that. I love Anton Arcane. I love the Rot world. I love him in the Swamp Thing. I've been reading the old Swamp Thing of the Alan Moore run.
Yeah.
And it's like Anton Arcane's in there as well. Great all-around character, like, but Bane is more iconic overall. Yeah,
So
I have to go Bane. I just want to give Anton Arcane the respect he truly does deserve.
Yeah.
But
I
gotta go Bane.
Googled Anton Arcane because I honestly didn't.
Yeah.
I said Google and my phone just like flickered. It's like, what did you try to say? So I Googled him, and he's a crazy guy. Like you said in Swamp Thing, he's like chasing immortality, and apparently he like almost died and then didn't die.
Oh, he keeps dying and coming back.
And
like,
then
he comes back from hell.
And then he did die. And then he like started possessing one of his family members.
Abby Arcane, yep.
And then after that, like he was in hell, and they granted him like demonship or whatever because he was just like that evil. I was like, Anton Arcane sounds bananas. Like,
that's the Alan Moore run that I'm reading now. Like that's the run. He's such a great character, but it's like at the end of the day, it really is just like Bane. Truly, it's just in terms of being more iconic, it's really Bane between the two. But I love Arcane so much.
That's true. Bane is definitely more, especially with that Batman movie that came out.
Batman and Robin, the one with Mr. Freeze.
I want to say I'm gonna give Anton Arcane. I was really captured by his little background story. I was like, this motherfucker don't stop,
dude.
Like,
read those comics, please.
And,
like you're gonna love Anton Arcane.
I love Bane. I really do. And Bane is really good depending on who writes him.
Mm-hmm.
And he could be really bad depending on who writes him too.
He could be. Before you vote, Eslam, I just want to say one thing.
Yeah.
Who won the superhero bracket?
Batman.
And who broke the bat?
Bane.
That's one hell of a villain.
It is one hell of a villain. And like I said, when you write him well, he's great.
Yeah.
And then you have the Bane from, what was it, Batman Returns?
Batman and Robin, the movie you mean?
Batman and Robin, yeah. And then you have that Bane.
Everybody chew.
Yeah.
Granted, that's not Bane at all. It's Mr. Freeze.
No. Remember
Mr. Fries.
Poison Ivy's muscle was Bane.
I know that. I'm saying my quote was Mr. Freeze.
Yeah. No, I know
Bane
that.
didn't speak. He just growled.
But I don't know. I've with the storyline of Rot World, I kind of fell in love with like those characters, and one of them being Anton Arcane. So I just want to see him go further.
Okay, that's fine.
So I'm
But Bane speaks like this.
Yeah, I know. All right. Okay. This is there's a lot of fucking bangers in this round.
Yo, this one is tough.
Omni Man versus Ozymandias.
Ozymandias. He would come at you if you said it incorrectly.
Ozymandias. Whatever, bro. I'm Egyptian. It's Ozymandias. It's whatever the fuck I want it to be. So Omni Man, obviously from Invincible, the father of Invincible, and if you don't know who Ozymandias is, he is the villain from
Watchmen.
Watchmen, yes, thank you. I was about to say The Watcher, from Watchmen, and he comes up with the master plan of using Dr. Manhattan to bring about world peace, and it was a great fucking plan. He was genius. I loved his character so much. And then you have Omni Man. Omni Man is also another very cool and fucking interesting like villain.
It's crazy because he's like a superhero villain in disguise.
Both of them
superhero in disguise.
Yeah, they both are. That's the thing.
That's why this matchup is crazy.
It's a great
right?
matchup.
Because they both acted like heroes, but then at the end of the day, they had ulterior motives to their actions. And they did the hero thing just so they can enact those ulterior motives. To me, Ozymandias had the better motive, so I'm gonna vote for him. I like him more as a character. I haven't seen much of Omni Man.
Yeah.
Because there's still more to see, but Ozymandias is my guy.
I've read Invincible. I didn't finish it, but I got way further than where the show is.
Yeah.
I know more of what's going to happen with Omni Man, and because of that, and I don't want to spoil it because I know you guys watch Invincible. I know a lot of people here watching this podcast or listening to this podcast watch Invincible, so I don't want to spoil it, but all I'm saying is that because I know of what's going to happen later on, I will also vote for Ozymandias.
I like that. That misdirection.
I've heard about what happens with Omni Man, so I'm gonna choose Ozzy too.
Okay.
So Ozymandias.
And
my Google search of him, I always like those like intelligent, crazy, wicked, smart villains. I'm attracted to them.
They're great.
Those like strategists that thought of everything, and just a complex plan that kind of like unfurls and just like it's just like wow, just leaves you with your jaw dropped. Like damn, I love those villains.
Next up, Mr. Freeze versus the Reverse Flash. This is an easy one for me. It's gonna go for Mr. Freeze.
Oh, all right.
I'm gonna go Reverse Flash.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean,
you want to give some background on them?
Mr. Freeze obviously is a Batman villain. Reverse Flash is the Flash villain. They both have a lot of depth, but to me, that haunting, beautiful scene comes to mind from the Batman animated series where Mr. Freeze is talking about his wife, and like the character is just so amazing. Reverse Flash is really cool too. He killed Barry's mom. He has like a super vendetta with Barry Allen, and it's a one-way vendetta because Barry Allen didn't even come from his time, and he just hated him. So but I don't know. Mr. Freeze is a better villain for me, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, with me, I like both of these villains very much, but similar to you, Eslam, I'm a Mr. Freeze guy. I'm voting for him. I love Reverse Flash. I love what he does. He's one of the most powerful villains there is in existence. But it's just something about Mr. Freeze. It's that just sad but relatable story, and then you just see him like he's basically just going about it the wrong way, and you want to feel sorry for him, but he's doing bad things. Like you can't. It makes you think.
It's for love.
Yeah. Ra's al Ghul versus Mike Myers. Ra's al Ghul is a Batman villain. He is the demon's head. He's the leader of the League of Assassins. If anybody says the League of Shadows one more time, I'm going to smack you in the throat.
Thank you. Thank you,
It
sir.
is the League of Assassins.
You tell them. You tell the people.
Okay? You sons of bitches.
You tell them.
And then, Michael Myers from the Halloween. Right?
Yes, Halloween.
Okay.
Now,
Okay. Yeah,
what I want to say is, first off, I'm voting for Michael Myers because I don't know if anyone else will. So,
I'm voting for Ra's.
So my thing is, Ra's al Ghul needed to go into the Lazarus pit to basically live forever, be invincible. Mm-hmm. Michael Myers doesn't even need that.
Didn't he have to? Oh, I don't know. I guess he just died.
He outsmarts everyone, or when you think he's dead, he just shows up. Like, he doesn't need to do like this whole thing. It's like, granted, Ra's al Ghul trained the Batman, I get it, but Michael Myers
train him.
Well, I'm sorry. In the one, I'm thinking of the movie. You're right.
Yeah,
You're absolutely right about that. You're absolutely right.
That's incorrect.
That's the League of Shadows. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So,
but he called you out.
No, I had to think about it. I was like, no, you're absolutely right. He didn't. But no, I mean, he's a great villain. But I mean, Michael Myers is significantly more villainous.
Is he though? I don't know. I just feel like he walks around.
Neither one of these guys are winning. I don't care.
Chasing that one family. I give it to you. He's an icon, Michael Myers. He definitely did his thing. But I'm going to give it to Ray because...
This man said Ray. He said Ray. Give Michael Myers. He didn't get the name right.
Show him some respect. That's Ra's.
He said Ray.
All right, next up we have Mephisto versus Aku. Now, I really don't know much about Mephisto, but I know who Aku is. Mephisto. Mephisto up your ass. Aku is the villain from Samurai Jack. Love that show so much. Dan, if you want to give us a background about Mephisto, while I am voting for Aku.
That's you, Danny. I'm not.
Actually, I don't know much about Mephisto. Is that?
He's the Ghost Rider villain, right?
Yeah.
He's a
Mephisto
Ghost Rider villain?
Yeah.
Is a fictional character appearing in American
Alright,
comic
cool.
book published by Marvel.
Just gonna give him a -1 right there.
He appears in Silver Surfer. Who was Mephisto?
He appears in what? Silver Surfer?
Yeah.
Aku gets my vote.
I'm giving him a -2. Disco, who do you want to vote for?
I'm gonna go with Aku just because I like Samurai Jack.
All right, Mephisto got -2 points.
He really had him jumping through like dimensions.
Mephisto.
I don't know. All right, Shredder versus Riddler.
Damn.
And it's funny because we just saw an amazing Riddler.
I know. These are two very different characters, but they're both
Shredder's
so
the
great.
Shredder, though.
Yeah, you're right. I'm going Riddler. You're right. You're absolutely right. I gotta go Riddler.
I'm going Riddler too. I
Damn.
gotta give it up to Shredder.
I love Shredder.
It's just I just feel like they're on different categories, different tomatoes.
I can't argue with you guys.
Yeah, Shredder would
I'll
have
go
beat many people on this
Riddler.
list. I'm not gonna lie, but
not Riddler.
he ain't beating the Riddler.
All right, Mysterio versus Doctor Doom.
Doctor Doom. Mysterio sucks. He stole his name from Ray. Not Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah, I'm Doctor Doom too. I always like Doctor Doom as a villain.
I'm Doctor Doom too. I just love Latveria. I probably should live there. I want to move there.
I was so upset that when Mysterio got drafted, I wanted nothing more than him to lose.
Yeah. All right, Zahir versus Atrocitus.
Bro.
So Zahir is the main villain of season 3 of Korra, The Legend of Korra, and then Atrocitus is the leader of the Red Lanterns. The Red Lanterns' emotion is rage, and Atrocitus has a lot of it, and he is one badass motherfucker.
I gotta go Zahir.
But so is Zahir. But I read the Red Lantern series in New 52, and I really enjoyed Atrocitus, especially when Guy Gardner joined the Red Lanterns. So I'm a vote for Atrocitus. I love Zahir. He was a badass villain, but so was Atrocitus. I gotta show him some love.
My thing with Atrocitus is, like, granted, he with his rage, he basically created the Red Lanterns, right?
Yeah.
Zahir studied the methodology of airbending without being able to. And then he was granted the ability. He's like, I can now just airbend better than anyone. It's just insane. And I don't know. Overall, I prefer Zahir more. That's really what it comes down to. I'm not going to explain it further.
I mean, Zahir was a little OP'd, but it's all good.
Yeah.
I don't really know much about either, but I Googled them. So Google
You didn't
told
watch
me.
Legend of Korra?
I didn't finish it.
What the fuck you doing on
Sir,
this podcast?
Sir, go watch it right now.
I told you I'm not as geeky as you guys. You know, I'm
Fuck,
kind of
but
there.
this is Avatar: The Last Airbender, man. You gotta watch that shit. And Legend of Korra. Did you watch Avatar: The Last Airbender?
No, he did not.
Oh, you.
I remember you saying this. I remember you saying this in the past.
I'm not a big fan of Aang.
Fuck, man.
So,
Yep,
would you say
I know.
the core is better than
Oh,
Aang?
here we go. Aang is a better Avatar. I don't give a fuck what you say.
I'm sorry. According to the official LWG Bracket Award Season 1, who advanced?
Hey, Korra advanced.
Okay, there you go. That's it.
But
no, that's you said it. You said
Aang is still
Korra
better.
advanced, we're
Aang is
good.
still better.
I'd
Aang
have
is
to
still
give
better
my
in
vote to
opinion.
Korra.
Fuck you, Dan. You didn't even watch the show. Your vote don't count.
It's fine. It does
All
count.
right. Vote for Zahir or Atrocitus.
I'm gonna go for Atrocitus.
All right.
What led you to that? I'm curious.
Nah, fuck that.
I'm just
Because
curious.
he-
It's fine.
Because of the rage, and he created the lanterns, and I read some other stuff about him.
All right. Sinestro versus Jafar. Sinestro is the leader of the Sinestro Corps, a.k.a. the
Corps.
Yellow Lanterns, which are led by Fear, their emotion. And then Jafar is the villain from Aladdin. I'm voting
That's
for
really
Sinestro.
It's Sinestro.
'cause I
I'm sorry.
love
It's Sinestro.
Yeah.
I don't know. Jafar is the real villain here. He's breaking up love. What does Sinestro ever do?
He literally does the same thing when he goes up against the what's it called, the Pink Lanterns. Like literally, he fights love. Like literally.
Sinestro took over a planet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jafar has a staff that can turn into a snake.
You know, after you said that, I'm just gonna give him a -1 because
his best friend was a parrot.
Give Jafar my vote so he can have 0.
All right, no, I'm leaving it -1. All right, this one's tough. Brainiac versus Darth Vader.
Darth Vader.
Brainiac is a Superman villain. Damn, didn't even let me finish introducing the characters. And obviously, you know who Darth Vader is from Star Wars. And you know what? I agree with Dan.
Iconic.
You can't beat Darth Vader. Come on.
Iconic, man. Come on.
Disco?
He was Luke's father.
Spoilers,
I'm going to
dude.
take that
Come
as a
on.
vote.
Spoilers.
If you haven't seen Star Wars by now, I think something's wrong with you. Maybe this ain't the podcast for you.
Also, everybody knows he's the father, even if you haven't watched.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
I
much.
knew that line before I watched Star Wars.
I didn't, actually.
Yeah, I did.
didn't.
Luke, I am your father. I knew that before I watched Star Wars.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it meant.
I've seen
but I
it
knew
on
the line.
condoms.
Well, how old were you guys when you got to that movie?
I was pretty old because the first Star Wars movie I saw was Star Wars Episode 2
Okay. See,
in theaters.
that was Empire Strikes Back is my second Star Wars movie, and I saw it when I was like 8, 7 or 8. Yeah.
All right, let's get into this one. Court of Owls versus Crime Syndicate.
Oh man.
Both Batman. Well, one is a Batman villain. The other one's a Justice League villain. The Crime Syndicate is from an alternate Earth, where all the main heroes are. I think it's Earth 3.
It is.
Are villains. Where Superman is Ultraman. Wonder Woman is Superwoman.
Yep.
And then Batman is Owlman.
Owlman, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Flash is Johnny Quick, and Green Lantern is Power Ring.
Yeah. So those are the
super
Crime
creative.
Syndicate, and I'm voting for Court of Owls because that is one of the best storylines ever created. Thank you, Greg Capullo and Scott Snyder.
I love the Court of Owls. I have to go Crime Syndicate because one, it's an evil Justice League because it's the Justice League. We all know how powerful they are, and they created one of my favorite storylines. Or they were part of it, Forever Evil, where they basically killed off like the Justice League, and they're like, "We got this.
Yeah.
Like we run your world now." So I love Court of Owls, but I'm going Crime Syndicate.
I'm going to go Crime Syndicate too, just because they sound cooler.
All right, Magneto versus Pain. Magneto is an X-Men villain. Pain is a villain from Naruto. Very cool villain, but Magneto.
Magneto, no contest.
Dang, I really like Pain. But
I really
Pain's
like
got
Pain too,
got
but-
rings in his face.
But I love
It's
Magneto way more. Yeah. Disco?
I think
Who
I
you-
had more fun with Magneto over the years. Pain was cool.
All right, Carell DeVille versus the Black Lanterns. And actually, this one was on... wasn't this on a poll, Dan, that we did?
This was on a poll, and I believe
And
Cruella
I
DeVille
think
won.
Carell DeVille did win. I think I was the only one who voted for the Black Lanterns. Which was really funny, but who you guys want to vote for?
She's gonna get you with her
This
Dalmatians.
is very difficult for me. I'm not gonna lie. I love Black Lanterns. I love Blackest Night. It's one of my favorite comic books storylines ever. And they literally just turned DC Comics people into like zombies, and then they gave them Black Lantern rings and made them crazy powerful. But it's just like at the end of the day, it's just like this is a podcast. Well, it is a podcast, but this is a bracket about who's the best villain. And this woman wanted to skin puppies.
Yeah.
Like, that's one of the most villainous things I've ever heard in my life. Like, she's out here skinning puppies.
I also had did a poll for Darth Vader versus who?
That's why he lost, whoever that was.
God damn it. Madara.
Oh, yeah.
And in that poll,
No, Madara
Darth
versus
Vader.
Darth Maul.
Oh yeah,
not
Darth
Vader.
Maul. Sorry.
Yeah.
Darth Maul also won.
Yeah, makes sense.
So, just saying for that.
This is
poll.
tough, man.
It's easy for me. That's Black Lanterns. Blackest Night was again one of the best storylines.
Jeff Johns.
Yeah. So I give it up to the Black Lanterns.
I gotta give it
very
to.
cool.
I gotta give it to Cruella.
Don't make me.
No. I'm not giving it to Cruella. I'm just giving her kudos.
Okay.
For a Disney character, I think she's really twisted and really cool idea. But Black Lantern's just a way cooler concept. Like, I gotta give it to Black Lanterns.
Thank you both for making the decision. I'm gonna vote for Cruella just to give her the respect. Take that away. Give it to Cruella.
Sorry.
This guy over here assuming.
Carnage versus the Joker. Carnage, Spider-Man villain, a symbiote, and then the Joker is obviously needs no introduction.
And that's why he gets my vote. It's a
And
no-brainer.
He also gets my vote because it's the motherfucking Joker.
I love Carnage.
sucks.
I love his wild card. For me, I love Carnage. I love his wild card, like crazy villainous attitude. But the Joker just has so much more depth and just way cooler moments. So definitely Joker.
Nice. All right, we're almost getting done here with the first round with the 64. This one,
Oh my
I
god,
really
I love this
enjoy.
matchup.
I do too, because they are both taking over galaxies.
Yep.
The Reapers from Mass Effect,
Yes.
and then Emperor Palpatine. This is a great fucking matchup because one, Palpatine tried to take over the galaxy, and the Reapers were fucking destroying the galaxy every 50,000 years. So this is an amazing matchup.
I really don't know.
I'm gonna choose Emperor Palpatine just because when I think of like Star Wars or like any main antagonist of Star Wars, I always think of Palpatine, and like he's up there with Vader, but I always think of Palpatine with his old face with the electricity fingers.
Yeah.
So that
with this, the other cool thing is like Palpatine was controlling both sides of the wars and early on. And then the Reapers were also like had agents that like activated them or sent them signals for when like so they both kind of did the same thing, which was really amazing. But I'm gonna go with Emperor Palpatine.
All right, I was gonna go Reapers. My thing for the Reapers is like they literally just every once in a while like, yo, we're just gonna commit genocide real quick. Like, that's insane. Like Palpatine did the same thing with the Jedi, but only like really the Jedi. The Reapers are just like, no, we're just gonna destroy species
And
that we deem not worthy.
It wasn't even just like a specific species. They committed genocide galaxy wide.
Well, they
over
let
the whole Milky Way.
people survive if they were
Dumb enough. The species that were
Yeah.
advanced enough.
yeah.
Any species that was young, they didn't. But yeah. All right. Shang Tsung versus Fire Lord Ozai. Shang Tsung is a villain from
Mortal
Mortal Kombat.
Sir.
And then Fire Lord Ozai is the main villain of
Street Fighter.
the Avatar: The Last Airbender. I'm just gonna go ahead and start this off because Fire Lord Ozai
Shang Tsung all the way.
Fire Lord Ozai was a badass. Kicked Shang Tsung's ass.
Yeah, Shang Tsung would have stolen his soul, turned into him, and then just won the war.
Doubt it.
That's so true. I'm choosing Shang Tsung. Your soul is mine.
This man's stealing soul. Like, he already controls fire, and he steals souls. Like, come on.
Oh, Shang Tsung controls fire too.
And he
Not
knows
as
Kung
good
Fu.
as Fire Lord Ozai. Best
He
fire
could
bender
turn.
out
He
there.
literally could turn into anyone.
All right, Shishio
They burn
versus
Shishio.
Ares. Shishio is the main, one of the main villains from
Kenshin.
Rurouni Kenshin, and then you have Ares, one of Wonder Woman's villains.
I vote Ares.
Oh, is that who
I
it is?
vote Shishio.
I know
didn't
very
know-
little about Shishio.
Shishio was, I don't know, more interesting character to me. Ares is the god of war. He had issues with Wonder Woman. She kicked his ass, and she became the god of war. So
Yep. See, my thing, I told you before we started recording, if I don't know who you are, I'm voting against you. So that's really all it is.
yeah, Shishio was just a better character.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna choose Shishio too because I don't really know Ares.
Okay.
Okay, cool. All right. Lex Luthor versus All for One. This is also another really good matchup.
That's why I made
All
sure.
for One.
I'm sorry, I just muted myself while I'm talking. That's why I made sure that they both had suits in the image.
All for One is the main villain of My Hero Academia. Right? Did I say that right?
My Hero Academia, yes.
Okay. And then Lex Luthor is the main villain for Superman. Now, All for One's power is really amazing. And his power is he can absorb anybody else's power. And he can do this multiple times for multiple people. He can combine those powers into different new powers, and then he can dish them out again to give them to other people, or just keep them for himself. Amazing fucking power, and this is the epitome of absolute power corrupts absolutely, because he is just fucking evil. And then you have Lex Luthor, who's obsessed with power, wanting it, but doesn't have it.
And both
But
of the
gets
heroes
it-
they go up against are very similar.
Yes, right? All Might and Superman.
Symbols.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a good point, Disco. All Might is the symbol of peace, and then you have Superman is a symbol for hope, which is very interesting. But this is an amazing.
Not after the Batman. Yeah, I vote for Lex Luthor. All for One's cool. Luthor has been around. I shouldn't lean back; it's too far away. I just wanted to lean back because I made a point. Lex Luthor, he's great. He's Luthor. You know, I'm always gonna like Luthor. All for
And
One's
there's
cool, but he
also-
ain't there. He ain't there. To me, at least, he ain't on that level yet.
There's a lot of cool iterations of Lex Luthor. One of them being Superman Red Sun Lex
Damn
Luthor,
right.
which was amazing. I don't know. I just really like All for One. Like Lex Luthor is cool, but he's at the end of the day he's a human, and he's just annoying.
That's
at
why
sometimes.
though. It's just like
I know,
because he's a
but-
human, and
but
he's
at the
still
same
like this
time-
man's taking down Superman. He's just
you
a
gotta
ball
res-
dude.
You gotta respect his resourcefulness. Like,
Yeah.
I know, but
he
he's
pulls it
also
off.
just annoying. So I'm voting for All for One. I just like him as like the concept of his villainy is interesting.
Great villain.
I
Great
do
villain,
like
but,
All for
yeah.
One. I do like All for One, and I see what you see too. But I just wish there was more of him. And like
Yeah.
you mentioned, Lex Luthor has a bunch of iterations, and I think they're really cool. So I'm gonna give it to Lex Luthor.
Cool,
Nice.
cool. All right. All right. Hush versus Apocalypse. Apocalypse is a villain for the X-Men, known as the First Mutant from Egypt. Shout out. And then you have Hush, which is a Batman villain. Thomas. Fuck. What was his last name, Dan?
Oh, I know this. Man, I'm drawing a blank. I'm too tired for this.
Fuck, me too. Yes, but Thomas something. He was obsessed with Bruce Wayne.
You
and
looking it up,
turned
Danny?
into
Because
a
I don't feel
villain.
like looking it up.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's funny. 'Cause
Elliot,
it was
Elliot,
in the
Thomas
Batman.
Elliot. I got it.
There you go, Thomas Elliot.
Beat
Two
you
first
to it.
names. And
You're
he
so
has
good.
two first names, so I'm gonna
that-
vote for him
that's-
because
that's why-
Apocalypse is not that good.
Apocalypse sucks. I'm voting for Hush. That's all I gotta say.
I like Apocalypse. He's my fellow Egyptian, the first mutant and everything, but he's not that great.
He's a four horseman.
No, he has the four horsemen.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
not a four
even
horseman.
even better.
He
I
creates
grew
the
up
four
with
horsemen.
Apocalypse. I grew up with Marvel, watching the X-Men series. So I'm gonna choose Apocalypse.
All right.
He'll turn big on your ass.
Good for him.
All right, Green Goblin versus Superboy Prime. Green Goblin, obviously the main villain for Spider-Man, and then you have Superboy Prime, an evil Superboy from Earth Prime, and we got to see him. What was it in Crisis?
It was one of the crises.
Yeah, Crisis on
I don't know.
Infinite Earth.
It was. It was. I don't know if it was Crisis. I can't remember if it was Crisis on Infinite Earth or Infinite Crisis. I always get them all mixed up.
Okay.
One
One of the Crisis.
Yeah.
He had a pivotal role in it as a villain. I honestly like Superboy Prime is cool, but I love the Green Goblin, man.
See,
I'm going Green Goblin.
Green Goblin's probably going to advance overall, but Superboy Prime is getting my vote. And not only is he played a pivotal role, this man, like, he was so evil. Like he was such a villain.
He killed
basically
all the Titans, right?
Well, no, he like destroyed the multiverse.
No,
like that's how badass he is. And he's like
him and Alexander Luthor, right?
Something like that. Like he was going up against Luthor. It was like a whole thing, but it's just like his Earth was like destroyed, and then he was like, I'm just gonna destroy this. Like it was this whole thing where he basically was just like, I'm the best. I'm better than the universe. I'm better than the multiverse. Like I am the ultimate villain. Like Superboy Prime is just epic.
I'm gonna choose Superboy Prime. I agree that it was epic. He's just the baddest Superman.
No, it's not Superman. Superboy.
Superboy.
He's like, I don't even need to be called a man. I'm just a boy out here.
I saw on Google that they also call it Superman.
They do.
Superman Prime.
They do.
Isn't Superman Prime different?
No, I think it's still Superboy Prime. It's just it's an alternative like name.
Just,
like the iconic one is Superboy Prime, but I think that's like another name he goes by. I could be completely wrong, but
that's what I read on Google.
That's what you read. All right, yeah.
Oh yeah, then it's probably right. Yeah. My bad. All right, Voldemort versus humanity. So Voldemort is the main villain of Harry Potter, and then humanity literally as in the human race and all the evil that it does.
Yep.
My vote goes for humanity.
I agree.
Oh, without a doubt, humanity. We're evil as fuck.
Yeah. I don't. I never liked Voldemort much.
Yeah, he didn't have a nose.
Can't trust people without noses.
Frieza versus Kraven the Hunter. Kraven the Hunter, Spider-Man villain, and Frieza from Dragon Ball Z.
Bro, just click the thing.
Frieza.
Why are we doing this? Just hurry up. Let's go.
Frieza.
It's
he
obviously
blowing
Frieza.
up planets.
All right. Dark Phoenix versus Mr. McMahon. Dark Phoenix is Jean Grey in the X-Men series where she goes evil, and then Mr. McMahon is a villain for wrestling that is Vince McMahon, but his alter ego, Mr. McMahon.
Yeah, for WWE. I'm obviously going Vince McMahon, Mr. McMahon.
I'm voting for Dark Phoenix.
Mr. McMahon, it's like the character of Mr. McMahon is pure evil. Like this man's just like, you're gonna work for me, and I'm gonna make your life as miserable as possible. I'm gonna fire you, rehire you. I'm gonna attempt to murder you.
Dude, you're just describing Vince McMahon.
I know. That's the thing. I was going to get to that. So that was like, that's the character. And then you get to the real life version of Vince McMahon, and it's not different. Like this in the past year,
exactly.
Like this man's fired like over 80-something people, and it's just he's just bad. Like,
yeah.
You know. But he's so good at it. I have to go Vince. I have to go Mr. McMahon, and I gave him a do-rag. I gave him do-rag.
Yeah, I
Vince.
saw that. That was
do-rag
funny.
Vince is one of the ultimate performers in all of wrestling history. ECW champion he was. Do-rag Vince. Phenomenal.
Disco?
I'm going to choose Dark Phoenix.
Yeah, obviously. I had to give Mr. McMahon his respect.
You got to give him his props. I see it.
All right, Hannibal Lecter versus Two-Face. Two-Face, obviously the villain of Batman, and then Hannibal Lecter is Hannibal motherfucking Lecter.
Hello, Clarice.
It is what it is.
This is
I'm
hard.
voting Two-Face, man.
This is a hard one for me, man.
I'm
Two-Face
choosing Hannibal Lecter.
God
I
damn
just
it.
loved Hannibal Lecter.
Don't leave this up to me.
I love Two-Face, man. Harvey
He's-
Dent was always amazing. His dual personality.
I like Anthony Hopkins in the movies, and I like the Mad Mickelson in the show. He's just the all-around, just crazy character you always have fun with, and yeah, I enjoy watching.
I'm so mad you guys both voted so quickly. I love both of these characters so much. Like,
Yeah.
Hannibal Lecter is just one of the most, like, he's one of those,
don't
like,
have-
calm, like, evil presences that's just, like, you don't mess with this dude. Like, he's just evil incarnate. And Two-Face is my favorite Batman villain. So it's just like, oh my God.
Dude, I don't have a big knowledge or attachment to Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah.
So that's why I automatically went Two-Face.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen the Silence of the Lambs. I did not see the show.
The show is pretty good. I'm mad it was canceled.
I didn't get into the show.
Had a nice, like, dark, like, noir
Yeah.
feel. Like, nice. The cinematography had a nice darkness to it, and I like the Mad Mickelson
The Last
interpretation.
Dragon was also Hannibal Lecter.
Red Dragon.
Yeah, Red Dragon. Sorry. But yeah, I really like that movie too.
Yeah, that's a good one. See, I was just about to say this might have to be our first coin flip, and then I thought, coin flip.
Oh.
I gotta go Two-Face.
There it is.
It was just like
There
the fact
it
that
is.
it's just like, oh man, it's just like that's how iconic this man is. Like,
Oh god.
I love Hannibal Lecter, and I feel really bad about that one.
All right, last one from the 64 round. Ivan Drago from Rocky versus Darkseid of Superman.
This is such a good matchup. I'm voting
I
Ivan
just-
Drago.
It's funny because I can just imagine Ivan Drago looking up at Darkseid and he's like, "I must break you," and them going at it. But
I'm not defending this. I'm just voting Ivan Drago.
like, Darkseid is not that interesting of a character.
He's not. Ivan Drago is much more interesting.
He really isn't.
Yeah.
I picture Darkseid shooting his lasers and Drago just punches it, just like
Yeah, just deflects it. I'm voting Ivan Drago too. Like,
Really?
Darkseid is like really powerful. He's the Thanos of
No,
should I say
no.
Thanos is the dark side of
Yes,
the Marvel
thank
world.
you.
But at the end of the day, Darkseid, a new god, isn't that much of an interesting character. He's just like he's just world domination and that's it. Like it's not that interesting.
Mm-hmm.
No depth to the character. Drago was more interesting.
He killed Apollo and didn't care.
Exactly.
That's villainous.
If he dies, he dies.
And he's Russian, so I mean, World War III. I gotta hate him. So I'm gonna give it to Drago too.
I was not expecting Drago to sweep Darkseid.
All right, now we're going to the round of 32.
Let's do it.
Oh man, that was nice.
All right, let's start off with Cell versus the Crime Syndicate.
Oh,
I just picture Cell waiting at an arena, just like calling out the crime syndicate.
yeah.
Like,
I'm picturing the same thing. Dude, I
"You
don't
have
think
a week to get here, train, do whatever.
in that scenario I don't see Cell winning either.
No, I don't
not
see.
at-
I'm
not at
going.
all.
Yeah, Crime Syndicate is just too powerful.
I'm voting for Crime Syndicate on this one.
I mean, yeah, I like
crime
the
syndicate sweep.
yeah, I like the. I love Cell. I'm sad to see Cell go out this early, but yeah.
Oh,
Meruem.
Meruem.
versus Ra's al Ghul.
Meruem.
Meruem for sure.
Meruem.
It was. I guess I was the only one that's hard for
Yep.
me.
Yep. No, give Race that negative.
Huh?
Give Race that negative.
I got
There you go.
All right, Meruem it is. Aku versus Kite Man.
Oh, easy.
You said easy, but you didn't say anything.
I wanted to see what you guys were gonna say when I said easy. So who did Aku go against in the last round? I can look it up if it's easier. Oh.
Aku was up against Mephisto.
Mephisto, that's right. So I don't care about either one of those two. I voted for Aku, and I don't remember why. So I mean, I just wanted Aku to lose to whoever was next. That being Kite Man, obviously Kite Man. I know nothing about Aku. I could care less about Aku.
Aku is an interesting character, but I don't think he's interesting enough to move forward.
Not as interesting as Kite Man.
Who's more interesting
Yo.
than Kite Man?
Kite Man is a beast. Okay,
I mean-
you don't know.
He's dating Poison Ivy.
Yeah.
Well, not anymore. They broke up in the end of season 2 because
Oh,
Poison Ivy's
that is-
dating Harley Quinn now.
That's true. That's true.
Also, he
dated
has kites.
Poison Ivy. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, and then I think he cried and called his mom. So definitely Kite Man.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Way more interesting.
Aku is cool in Samurai Jack though. He definitely
He
has-
is cool.
It's Kite Man.
I'm gonna give it to Kite Man though. Kite Man.
I like how all these are just being swept right now.
Yeah, right.
Darth Maul versus Superboy Prime. I'm gonna give it to Maul, man. I don't know.
This is
Superboy Prime is cool, but he's not as cool as Maul. I know
Damn,
Superboy
this is-
Prime is he's all evil and like wanted to destroy the universe, but Darth Maul really, really, really hated Obi-Wan Kenobi.
And he fought with the double-sided saber. That shit blew my mind when I first saw it.
yeah.
Oh,
everyone,
man.
everyone. Yeah. Oh
This
man.
is tough. I don't
You know what?
know.
You know what? I've said it before when it comes to being iconic, and I feel Darth Maul is more iconic than Superboy Prime. I have to go Darth Maul.
Darth Maul it is.
That hurts.
Baby.
That hurts, man.
Baby.
Oh gosh, man.
Let's go. You know who you're voting for, Disco. Don't even. He already won. We don't need your vote.
He did win.
He said, "I don't care about your."
Right. Put it on Maul. He
there
got
it
the
is.
double-sided sabers.
All right. Vandal Savage versus Sinestro.
Savage.
Sinestro easily.
Whew, this is a tough one for me because I love both of these.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but who was a Green Lantern, Yellow Lantern, White Lantern, and I think also a Black Lantern?
Who like orchestrated all of humanity? Like,
That is true.
Who took over his home planet after he was like, you know what, I could fix this. He was just like, I got this. Like Vandal Savage messed with one planet. Sinestro messed with a galaxy.
Oh damn! These are very, very good points. These are all very, very good points. Gosh
I mean,
darn it!
Vandal Savage met Darkseid, so he's had to have traveled the universe too and explored and done his shit. He's immortal.
He met Darkseid? That's your argument?
I
Yes,
mean,
but
he
Vandal
has
Savage-
he has a spaceship, so I mean, it's safe to assume he explored
Sinestro
the
doesn't
universe
need a
or
spaceship.
galaxy.
Vandal Savage took over the war world.
He needs a
but,
ring. It's the same thing. He needs something. he
But
has to
Vandal
charge it.
Savage only cares about Earth. He doesn't care about like the rest of the galaxy or taking it over. He
Yeah.
just wants to have Earth, which is what's the word?
Stupid.
No, not stupid. It's like honorable because
like
he's
proud.
from the planet, so he just wants to take care of the planet.
He's
That
proud.
doesn't
he's
sound
proud
villainous.
To be
That
human.
doesn't sound villainous to me. This is a villain
He
bracket.
does it, yeah, but he just be fucking killing people.
So Sinestro did the same thing with his planet then.
That is true. Very
Literally the
true.
same thing. And then he had time to go for more planets. Did Vandal?
No, he did not.
You're right.
Also, Sinestro trained Hal Jordan.
Yeah.
The greatest Green
The
Lantern.
greatest Green Lantern.
God damn. But Vandal Savage sons are like
They're nobodies.
All of us.
Did you forget?
No.
Did you forget about Sinestro's daughter, who's like this badass like Green Lantern that then switched over to the Yellow Lantern side? She's like this amazing doctor who can also murder you.
that's crazy. I did not know about his daughter.
Okay.
Fuck me, man.
Vandal Savage could do that.
Sure he can. I'm sure he can. As a matter of fact, Eslam, where was Vandal Savage during the Blackest Night?
Nowhere to be found.
Exactly.
I'm voting for Sinestro. That was a tough one, man. That was a really tough one. All right, Lex Luthor versus Chang Song.
God damn it.
I'm voting for Lex.
I'm gonna go Shang Tsung on this one.
Oh man.
He's gonna just steal Lex Luthor's soul.
Nah, man. Lex Luthor's gonna.
Lex
Not
Luthor
let
would be
him-
one of those people to somehow stop it. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
This is hard.
He's got a soul stopper suit.
He probably
Yeah, that-
does.
Listen, if this is the same thing as if Shang Tsung's going up against Batman, he ain't gonna be able to take his soul. He's gonna be like, I don't want this, take it back.
Shang
could
Tsung,
have
Shang Tsung has like kung fu karate master like army.
No, he doesn't.
I like how Dan called him out on it. He was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" No, he doesn't.
I love Shang Tsung. I gotta vote for Lex Luthor.
There
Lex
it is.
Luthor has no
Let's
boss. Shang
fucking
Tsung works for Shao Kahn.
Go.
I had, and I wanted Shao Kahn in here, and I ended up not picking him. I was upset.
Humanity versus Ivan Drago.
Whoa, this is tough. This is tough.
Ivan Drago going up against humanity.
He might,
It's an easy one for me. I'm voting for humanity.
in a
It's
straight
one
up
vote.
fight, in a legit fight, Drago might win. Like
Yes, definitely.
he might destroy all of humanity.
But humanity's more evil.
Ah,
More of a
Humanity's
villain.
gonna kill Ivan Drago with global warming.
Yeah, or a nuke. So we'll see how that
That's
goes.
true.
I mean, I have to go humanity, but my reason is because Drago turned out he wasn't such a bad guy.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
I'm
Humanity
gonna choose
we know
humanity
is.
too because I'm probably gonna die because of humanity.
not Drago.
Well, we're all gonna die, but you know.
Yeah,
but
is it
because
Drago
of
doing
humanity and not Drago.
All right,
Drago's not gonna punch me to death.
Hans Landa versus Atrocitus.
Hans Landa.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm voting for Atrocitus.
I'm gonna go Atrocitus too.
Let's fucking go.
That's upsetting.
Doctor Doom versus Anton Arcane.
Easily Anton Arcane.
I'm voting for Doom.
Easily Anton Arcane.
Ooh.
Dr. Doom's just like, I want Latvia. Give me some Latvia, you know? Just trying to eat some
Doctor's
Latvia
Doom.
out there.
Doctor Doom's tech and powers are pretty cool too, man.
Say Tekken?
Tech and
Oh,
powers.
I was like, this man's in Tekken. He's out here fighting Kazuya. Nah, Anton Arcane, we already said Rot World. Like, I like Doom and all, but the only reason he advanced last time for me is because he went up against somebody lamer. He's the man in the Iron Mask. Like, this man goes against the Three Musketeers. He sucks. Vote for Anton Arcane, you know?
I'm gonna go with Doctor Doom just because I'm still a fan of Latveria.
Okay.
Oh, it's Latveria? I was saying the wrong thing.
Yeah, you're saying like Lat. I don't even know what you were saying.
I said Latvia. I don't know.
Riddler versus
Dr. Doom ain't gonna
Darth
win.
Vader. I'm voting for Darth Vader.
I love the Riddler. I have to go Vader.
Definitely.
I'm not waiting for you, Disco.
Vader.
I would just put Vader. Yeah. You ain't gonna think about it.
I was waiting for
Fuck
y'all
it.
to finish talking.
Yeah, shit, bruh.
Hush.
Shishio versus Hush. I'm gonna vote Hush.
I think
Shishio
Hush
can't
is
find out who Batman is. Hush did.
I'm taking Hush. Hush.
All right, Two-Face versus Ozymandias.
Ozzy.
Two-Face.
I'm voting for Ozzy as well. All right.
Ooh.
There's two of them.
What do you mean?
I'm just messing with you. There's Two-Face.
Oh, okay.
This man got concerned.
Yeah, I was like, wait,
He
what?
said what?
Emperor Palpatine versus the Black Lanterns. Again, two groups that tried to take over the galaxy. But Emperor Palpatine was one person that was
Yeah.
controlling everybody. And the Black Lanterns was just a giant force. I think also.
Well, he was
controlled
the
by one person.
anti-monitor, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Controlling everybody, like the Black Lantern, like it's the same thing. It's just
Yeah, they were just the
anti-monitor.
husks, and he was controlling them.
I think if all the dark side people came to aid Palpatine, which he could probably do.
Dark
gotta-
side people? What?
The
the dark side people, like the people on the dark side of the Force.
The Sith.
The sixth.
Okay.
Sith.
The sixth. Okay.
All
After
six
that,
of them.
I'm just. gonna
All
vote for
six
Black
of the
Lantern.
dark side people.
That's all you need.
I'm
Oh
voting
man.
for the Black Lantern.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
This ruined the sixth for me.
I love Palpatine, but I gotta go Lanterns. Lanterns are more
Palpatine.
iconic.
All right. Joker versus Ultron. I'm
Just
gonna,
let's go. Let's go.
Let's just go to the next
It's
one.
a disgrace that
Mr.
Ultron made it this far.
Mr. Freeze versus Dark Phoenix.
Easily,
Freeze.
Mr. Freeze.
Freeze.
Also Freeze.
It's getting easier.
Magneto
Oh,
versus Freeze.
never mind.
For me, Magneto.
Magneto
It's-
for
it's
sure.
an easy one.
Okay,
for
then
me.
I'm voting Freeze. I just give him the respect.
All right, we are down to the round of 16. Everybody, we
Is
get
this,
Sweet
is this
16, babe.
semifinals?
This is
No.
this is round 3.
This is the quarterfinals. Is it?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
okay,
sorry,
okay.
yes,
Oh, I see.
quarterfinals.
Okay, I
we
was
just
at-
did round 3.
Okay.
We're doing the quarterfinals now.
Okay.
Sweet 16.
All right.
All right, Atrocitus versus Ozymandias.
Ozymandias.
Ozzy.
Ozzy. Yep, same here.
Definitely getting a lot easier.
Crime Syndicate versus Sinestro.
Ooh.
This is good. This is
Ooh.
a hard one.
Crime.
Okay. I'm going with Sinestro.
This is difficult. This is difficult.
Why is
It
it
is
difficult? Tell me.
Because the crime syndicate's out there trying to take over like planets, and so is Sinestro, and he's by himself. Well, as a matter of fact, no, he created a whole core.
Doesn't he have his daughter? Weren't you just
Well,
talking
no,
about
but
his
that's what I'm
daughter?
saying. He created his entire core. Like the crime syndicate's just like, hey, there's like 6 or 7 of us, and Sinestro's like, it's me, but I built my own army. Like they all work for me.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're the bad Justice League. That's pretty cool in my book.
Yeah, no, I agree. Can I see the full bracket?
I feel like that's the equivalent of using Sinestro in a sentence. Like,
Yeah, right. Okay, Crime Syndicate Sinestro. Oof. I just want to see who the winner goes up against. Interesting history.
did he just nut himself.
I'm gonna go Sinestro. Sinestro's have more iconic storylines than the Crime Syndicate. I love the Crime Syndicate, but I'm going Sinestro.
Okay.
That's why you look like Pee-Pee.
Yeah.
Joker versus Lex Luthor, and I feel like this has happened in the comics books before.
That's a matchup. I'm gonna go Joker, but like Luthor is such a phenomenal character. Like,
I'm gonna go Luthor.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going Joker, but Luthor definitely got to get his props. He's up there.
Like that would have been an amazing final to the bracket.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Doctor Doom versus Hush.
easy Hush.
I'm gonna
going
go
Dr. Doom.
I'm going Doom.
How is Doom making it this far?
Latveria all the way.
This man's just out here eating Latvia, just breezing through.
We're trying to make Latveria the new
I like
vacation
Doctor
spot.
Doom, man.
Dr. Doom's so late. He goes against a Fantastic Four, like the stupidest group of heroes there is. They work with the Silver Surfer. Like, oh my god, it's just. Oh.
Nah, Darth.
We fight Galactus. He eats planets. Like they're all lame.
The Doctor Doom I have in mind is the one that was in that in the X-Men series, where Scott was in charge and there were vampires and shit. It was like fucking wild.
You're the one person who
really
read
cool
that comic book.
It was really good. Darth Vader versus Meruem.
Vader. I love Meruem, but that's Vader.
I'm gonna give it to Vader too. Just can't top that.
I'm just gonna give it to Meruem just for the respect, but I agree, Vader.
I love how we have to give respect to these fictional characters. Like they need it, you know.
Mr. Freeze versus humanity.
Ooh.
Ironic because it's the humanity that turned Mr. Freeze into a villain.
Yeah, that's how evil humanity is, and that's why they're getting the vote.
Getting the vote. They're getting my vote.
I mean, global warming is definitely going to kill Mr. Freeze.
That's a solid point.
So they got my vote.
All right. All right. Magneto versus Darth Maul.
God damn it.
Oh, dang.
I love Maul, but I love Magneto more.
Yeah, I love Darth Maul more.
Okay. Disco. It's up to
I'm
you,
gonna go with Maul on this one.
That is the wrong choice, sir, but I respect it.
Darth Maul, man, he's just such a badass.
Kite Man versus the Black
Oh
Lanterns.
no. I can't imagine this matchup.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna start us off. Kite Man.
Really? All right, Black Lanterns. Danny, figure it out.
Oh, good. I just picture Kite Man seeing the Black Lanterns and just calling Poison Ivy like, I need help. Like,
he's just hoping for a breeze just to get away. Like,
He's gonna call his mom, and everything's gonna be all right.
I love Kite Man, but we've let this joke go too far. We have to stop it.
I agree. I gotta go with Black Lanterns.
Let him get to the semifinals, bro.
Kite
Man.
He's gotten far enough.
Kite Man should not have gotten this far, guys.
All right, guys, we are down to the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
All right. Ozymandias versus Darth Maul.
Maul. I love Ozymandias.
I'm gonna go for Ozzy.
Maul's just... He's more
like
well
Ozzy
known.
more,
I love Ozymandias, I do, but Maul's more iconic. He's more well known. Ozymandias is, I mean, a great villain, everything, but in the end, he thought. Well, granted, according to our definition of a villain, he is a villain.
Yep.
Yeah, no, just Maul. I just like Maul better.
I'm gonna go with Maul too. Just like,
damn,
he's just so badass.
All right.
If I could look like Maul, I probably would, just for fun.
Do the right thing, guys.
Dr. Doom versus humanity.
Do the right thing. I'm voting for humanity. All right.
I am voting for humanity.
Thank you.
Also.
I honestly think humanity's gonna go all the way.
We're getting a solid semifinal. I'm not gonna lie.
Joker versus Darth Vader.
Oh, no, this is tough. Didn't see this coming.
Oh,
Listen,
no.
man, the Joker's fucking phenomenal. But that's Vader.
They're both phenomenal characters. Just amazing.
Honestly,
lore.
I put them both on that level.
They're both on a pedestal. Like, they're up there.
They're like two
I
of the
know.
greatest villains ever. Like, if
I
you
know,
want to
but-
talk top 2 villains, for many people, this is it.
Yeah, exactly. And they're at the quarterfinals too. That's
This is tough. This is hard.
But I'm going with Vader. I love the Joker. I really do. But Vader's just so like I just think of that one scene from fucking Rogue One.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just such an amazing scene, and I read some of the comic books also. So good. Joker had so many great moments, like death of the family when he cut off his face and left, and like so many crazy shit with the Joker. But that's fucking Darth Vader with the lightsaber.
Dude,
and the
Vader
Force,
is
man.
just-
That's just so fucking.
This man's
cool.
just like Force God, just out here, just like he's the
Yeah.
chosen one. Like, oh, it's like, and then you see the story of how he. Oh my god, I'm voting for the Joker easily. Not easily at all, but like Joker's villain, his antagonist is the Batman.
yeah.
Vader's is Luke, who's cool, but that's Batman. I gotta go Joker.
I'm leaning towards Joker too. I just feel like there's just a wild card insanity to the Joker that I
I can't
love.
believe Vader got out.
Sinestro
It's sad.
versus Black Lanterns.
In the comics, Sinestro beat them. I vote for Sinestro. He
I
beats
also
them again.
vote for Sinestro.
I'm gonna go for Black Lanterns because I haven't.
Well,
voted for them
does it
yet.
matter? Because Sinestro's going through.
So let's say the final 4 for the people real quick. What do we got out here?
So the semifinals, the final 4: Darth Maul versus the Joker, Sinestro versus humanity. Let's go with this one first. Darth Maul versus the Joker. Darth Maul is definitely not cooler than fucking Vader, right? I'm sorry, I don't care what your opinion is.
In
He's
terms
not,
of
and the
cooler,
Joker-
no, he 100% is cooler than Vader.
No, he's not.
This
That's-
man's got
is,
like the
though.
little spike horns. He's got the double-sided lightsaber. He comes out, all you hear is like do 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 do. Like, nah, this
I'm
man,
voting-
he's
either way,
cooler.
I'm voting for Joker, but Vader's way cooler in my book.
I don't think you're right with that. The Maul just got the double-sided lightsaber.
Vader's
He
helmet
lost
looks
his
like a
legs,
penis.
Came back.
I mean, double-sided lightsaber. I don't know what that is, but
It's a new version of a lightsaber that he got. You just
Okay.
didn't hear about it.
Vader's helmet looks like a penis. That's not cool.
Vader
my
can't
head
even
looks like a
breathe.
penis. A really hairy one.
Oh man,
So who you guys voting for? I voted for the Joker.
I have to vote for Joker. I love Maul, but I can't put him over Joker.
Joker.
I'm
too.
sorry. Also, I think if Vader and Maul fought, Vader would win. So
That's all well and good. I'm saying Maul is cooler.
That's probably true, but Maul definitely looks cooler.
Like, he's 100% cooler. There's no doubt about that.
no, Vader's still cooler. You crazy? All right, Sinestro versus humanity.
Oof. I feel like I've seen this a lot in the comics.
Yeah, man.
I love Sinestro, but I
Humanity,
Yeah,
man.
I have to go humanity. Like, Sinestro is a great villain, but humanity's just.
I feel like humanity will just send a bunch of nukes or some crazy shit.
So Disco, you're humanity also?
Yeah, humanity.
All right, damn. I never thought this would be our finals.
It makes sense though.
It does make sense. The Joker versus humanity for our final of this bracket wars, and honestly, I don't even want to vote. I just kind of want to leave it like this. I just kind of want to leave it on a cliffhanger and let the people wonder about it. But let me know what you guys want to do. I don't know who to vote for. Humanity is fucking, but that's also the Joker. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm
we
torn.
were doing the drafts, at one
Yeah.
point I said, "Let's be real, Joker's gonna win the whole thing," and then humanity was thrown in, and we were all just like, "Whoa, humanity might do it." And I love the fact that this is the final because, let's be honest, this truly should be the final.
Yeah.
I feel like overall this is this is what it should have been. Everybody else was great. There were some people I didn't want to see. Dr. Doom shouldn't have been on this list. But Joker and humanity.
Yeah, man. I
Dang.
almost want to just give it a tie. But let me know.
I don't
What
know.
you guys wanna do?
I don't know.
I'm just gonna go with humanity, just because there's a lot more of humanity, and I know there's a lot of mothers.
There's 3 Jokers, though.
My bad. Never mind. I changed my answer. There's 3 Jokers. Nah, humanity. We're just fucked up creatures, man. We kill our own kids. We throw babies off mountains because they're deformed. You know, humanity is just crazy. That's just the beginning, and so humanity for me.
But my thing is, like, Joker is like, he's like a twisted reflection of humanity.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's insane. Like, he is the worst of humanity.
He's the result of humanity.
Exactly. It's just like, oh, this is... I would love to leave it, but I feel like we have to have a winner. Like...
We built it up all week too.
Exactly. It's like, we have to... You can't leave this... Like, how do you feel about when you go to a sporting event and it ends in a tie, you know? Like, you want a winner. You don't want it to end this way.
That is true. You're right. I mean, you made good points about the Joker. How he's.
You're not going to do this to me. You're not going to leave me as the last vote, Eslam.
And
don't do it. Please. Please don't do it.
But humanity is so evil they made the Joker.
I am humanity, and I'm evil, and I'm leaving you with the decision.
Sir, I lost my beard this week. I have a goatee.
You son of a bitch.
It's too much responsibility.
We have to flip a coin. I'm sorry.
Flip a coin.
I don't have a coin. We're going to have to get the coin. Actually, no. I do have a flip a coin app that I downloaded and never used. It was for this. It was always for this.
Flip a coin. Toss a coin to your witcher.
So as you guys can see, you probably can't, but that's heads.
Okay. So heads is humanity, tails is Joker.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Okay. Ready?
Go
Let's
for
do it.
Best out of 3.
Show the camera.
The first one, heads, humanity.
Okay. All right.
Okay. This went down to the wire. I love the coin
It's
toss
tails.
Tails, the Joker.
All right. So next one wins it. Let's go.
Put your bets
Heads
in.
or
Put your
tails?
bets in.
Humanity or the Joker? Humanity or the Joker? What we got, Dan? Dun, dun. Oh, wait.
Tails. The Joker.
Oh, shit.
The Joker
The Joker
wins.
beats humanity.
The Joker beats humanity by a flip of a coin.
Wow. If
True
only
chaos.
Two-Face were here, you know?
Huh?
If only Two-Face were here.
If only Two-Face was here. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. Your full Bracket Wars Season 2 is over. The villains have been decided. Joker is the winner. He put up a great fight against humanity and ended up winning the whole thing.
Yeah. A bit of a
So-
surprise because humanity was destroying everybody. And Joker almost
know.
got voted out a few times.
Yeah, he almost really did.
That's very true.
Honestly, I was really trying hard to get him voted out because I didn't want him in
In the final?
the finals because it's predictable.
Yeah.
So I wanted to kind of do that, but hey,
Yeah, you made some really
stayed
bad
true.
calls.
Me? No, I did
made
not
some
make
really bad calls.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
That's
Voting
a lie.
against the
Don't
Joker.
lie.
Come on.
You're fucking tired. Don't lie to
Don't
me.
tell me what I am.
He said, "You're exhausted."
You don't even know where you are right now.
I know exactly where I am. I'm in a chair. My back
Where are
hurts.
Where are you?
I just told you, sir. Did you already forget?
Yeah, where are you? Who are you?
What
What's
is-
happening
What is
right
the
now?
bracket war?
All right. Well, everyone, thank you for joining us for Bracket Wars. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We will do another one next March. So we'll find out what we're gonna do it on at some point. We got to figure that out.
Can't wait.
But
Can't wait.
final thoughts, guys. For Bracket Wars, let's end this.
I'm okay with this decision. I'm okay with the Joker winning. It's apropos, especially with Batman winning Best Hero.
Yeah.
I said it early on. It looks like Joker's going to win it all, and in the end, it happened. So I like being right.
You colluded with your app to get him to win.
He was pressing buttons on that last one. He was.
I really
yeah,
not.
it took him a little longer.
That's because Eslam kept talking. I wanted you guys to hear the coin. I was like, I'm gonna let Eslam finish, and he just kept going.
Yeah. I was trying to get the drum roll.
That's fine. No, before that, I was just like, all right, I'm gonna do it. He's like, Joker versus humanity. I'm like, all right, Joker versus humanity.
Well, I was trying to have it no
Hyping
dead
that
air.
up.
You know what I mean? So it's all good. Disco, you said yours.
No,
Okay.
I just think it's so funny. I think it's so true since the topic was villains, and then it came down to humanity and the Joker, and I really feel
Whose idea was to add humanity?
Jonathan.
Oh, good shit,
such a
John.
good
Thank you
call.
for
It's
that.
great
Once he added, I was like, that's gonna go far.
Yeah.
And so I feel like Joker's a product of humanity, and so it just totally makes sense. It
Makes sense,
It made
yeah.
total sense in the end.
It's basically
So
the
I'm
Joker
happy
movie
with
with Joaquin Phoenix. That's what happened at the end here.
Exactly. That's what won this bracket wars. Dan, final thoughts?
I gave mine
Or did you
first,
say it
sir.
or- Oh, okay.
It's you. It's on you now.
It is what it is.
Here we
Thank
go.
you for
Eslam with
listening
the final thoughts.
Yep. My final thoughts is that I have Alzheimer's and I don't have any final thoughts. So thank you for listening to the Los Wise Guys podcast. If you like what you hear, follow us on social media, like, subscribe, share, rate, review. Go check out the Los Wise Guys website where you will be able to see this bracket in its glory. Go check out our social media and our YouTube page. Support us, follow, like, subscribe, share, rate, review. I probably said that already. Thank you for listening and have a great week.